You have a room inside of you that you have closed up, dear soul, a space that still reverberates with the remembrance of a departed person. Year after year, the walls have been forced closer together by the weight of being invisible. That room's key is in my possession, and everything you think about yourself and the people I've already sent into your life will be altered by what I discovered within. But first, I want you to understand a little bit about the loneliness you carry. You've figured out how to carry it silently. You've gotten so good at navigating your days without letting others know how empty some moments seem. Even if you're seated at a table with many of people around you, you still feel a certain distance that words can never quite fill. When it's appropriate, you laugh. When someone inquires about your well-being, you respond. You move on to the next situation after saying the appropriate things. However, there is a part of you that is still waiting someplace beneath the surface of all that typical action. Waiting for someone to truly notice you, stay, and make an unconditional, unhesitating decision to select you. You've been waiting so long that you've begun to question if it will ever be over. I am aware of the route you are taking. I am well familiar with it. Beyond humanity's collective pain, in my opinion, I am aware of the precise passageway in your inner life. The particular hue of loneliness that descends upon you when quiet becomes too oppressive. The way you occasionally go back over previous exchanges in an attempt to pinpoint the precise moment when everything began to fall apart. In every sense of the word, my eyes are on you. I am aware of every secret area in your life. You shut down the chambers because the suffering they contained was too great to bear. The chambers where you store the memories of those who made a commitment to stay but failed to do so. The spaces where sorrow has accumulated dust because you were never secure enough to grieve in a healthy way. Right now, I want to walk with you through some of those rooms and softly and carefully bring light into them at a speed that your heart can handle. I want you to take this as an invitation rather than a duty, because recognizing the source of the wounds is a necessary step on the path to wholeness. Yet the wounds caused by loneliness and interpersonal suffering are more profound than nearly anything the human heart can sustain. So let's start there. Let's start with the fact that you were meant for more. Your identity is intricately linked with the design. A design so basic that no matter how hard you try, you can't avoid it. You were not meant to live a lonely existence with no friends, no witnesses, no one who knows your name and genuinely cares about what happens to you. I molded your heart for friendship and a shared existence. I gave you the ability to have deep relationships, a need to fit in, and a yearning for the kind of connection where you can let go completely, because you can just be without having to act, prove yourself, or defend yourself from the other person. Your hunger isn't a defect in your design. That pain you get when there's no real connection, that isn't a sign of weakness. It's proof of what you were supposed to have. The only reason loneliness may hurt is because you were meant to be around other people. The design is demonstrated by the aching itself. Therefore, it is a testament to the relational nature I instilled in you from the start that you have suffered from the lack of a deep, genuine relationship. However, at some point in your life, events occurred that transformed the pursuit of that kind of connection from something merely challenging to something that seemed truly perilous. Perhaps it began early. Perhaps someone was meant to provide you with a sense of security during your early years, but they did not. Perhaps home was a place where acceptance could always be withheld, where love came with terms. Perhaps you were taught at a young age that you can be harmed by individuals you trust. This intimacy leads to vulnerability, and vulnerability leads to the potential for suffering. Therefore, avoiding the deepest wants of your own heart was the safest course of action. Or maybe it was later. Maybe you committed yourself to a partnership or a romantic relationship, and it ended in a way that left you with scars that you have never allowed others to see. When someone you trusted betrays you, of course. The sudden, unjustified and unacknowledged rejection of what you had done for them. The gradual deterioration of a relationship you believed to be strong, witnessing it get progressively weaker until you eventually came to the realization that you were essentially alone in what you had believed to be a shared place. You are not the same after these encounters. Every relationship injury modifies your approach to others in some manner. Your nervous system recorded each instance of a breach of trust. Something inside of you retreated a bit each time you opened your heart and discovered that the other person was careless with what you gave them. And eventually, you might have reached a point where protecting yourself feels more natural than opening yourself, even if you didn't consciously choose to do so. In a world where self-defense has become your go-to strategy, expecting a genuine connection seems absurd, because the cost always seems to be higher than what you can afford. The loneliness you currently experience is multifaceted and intricate. It's much more than just being alone. It is the specific type of loneliness that results from having desired and been harmed by connection. From making an effort and being let down. From offering yourself and discovering that it was either rejected or accepted before being thrown away. It is the loneliness of someone who has started to question whether the issue is something fundamental about who they are rather than their circumstances. And that's precisely the falsehood I have to expose in front of you today. Because faulty beliefs have taken root somewhere in the accumulation of relationship setbacks. Not intentional beliefs, but beliefs that develop layer by layer, experience by experience, like sediment settling at the bottom of a river. These beliefs are now the unseen prism through which you view every new person who enters your life and every new opportunity for connection that arises along the way. Your perception of who you are and what you deserve has been distorted by deception. Since identifying what is false is always the first step towards healing, allow me to expose the precise lies. The first deception is that you are inherently hard to love. Doesn't this thought softly reside within you? Seldom does it use those exact words to declare itself. It seems like I am too much at times. It seems like I'm insufficient at times. Occasionally, it manifests itself in the exact reasoning of your history. Maybe I'm the issue if those who were meant to love me without conditions battled so much. The internal consistency of this deception is alluring. It clarifies your past. It provides an explanation for the patterns you've noticed. Additionally, because it provides an explanation, it gives you a sense of wisdom, self-awareness, and the realization that something about yourself has finally been clear to you. However, it is a creation and a narrative. It is a tale based on the limitations, wounds, and love failures of others. The individuals who caused you pain were also damaged, with personal traumas that influenced their ability to love. Your value was not accurately assessed by the parent who was unable to provide for your needs. They were exhibiting the boundaries of their own abilities. It provides an explanation for the patterns you've noticed. Additionally, because it provides an explanation, it gives you a sense of wisdom, self-awareness, and the realization that something about yourself has finally been clear to you. However, it is a creation and a narrative. It is a tale based on the limitations, wounds, and love failures of others. The individuals who caused you pain were also damaged, with personal traumas that influenced their ability to love. Your value was not accurately assessed by the parent who was unable to provide for your needs. They were exhibiting the boundaries of their own abilities, the extent of their own injuries, and the potential of their own unhealed hearts. They weren't accurately assessing your value. They were accurately estimating their carrying capacity, and you took their limitation and wore it like a name because you were young, trustworthy, and wanted to fit in. You claimed their incapacity as your own. I am requesting that you remove the name immediately, because every day you walk around the world wearing a costume that conceals the person I truly created. You are carrying a name that someone else gave you out of their own brokenness. To me, you are gorgeous in a way that is beyond your comprehension. The depths of your inner life, the intricacy of who you are, and the things that make you feel most self-conscious. These are the exact items that I took the greatest care to create. The things about you that I think are most remarkable. You've been advised that the sensitivity is excessive. I purposefully gave you that gift because the world needs people who are sensitive, who see what others are missing, and who possess the kind of awareness that can compassionately hold another person's suffering. You've been informed that the yearning for intimacy is too demanding. That is precisely the design need for a heart intended for deep connection. I knew the kind of love I was going to bring into your life would need a heart that could hold it. So I designed one with additional capacity. When I look at you, I see someone who was created precisely as I had envisioned, possessing qualities of beauty and potential that are still developing into their full expression, since the ideal circumstances for their blossoming are still being set up. However, the planning is taking place. The circumstances are changing even now, in the midst of this discussion. The second lie is that your life's pattern ensures that you will always end up alone. This is the inevitable falsehood. Look at your history, it urges. Take a look at how many times this has gone the same way. Take note of how the individuals you care about most frequently let you down or abandon you. The evidence appears to be overwhelming. There seems to be no denying the pattern. As a result, you have started to view your history as a prophecy, a trustworthy forecast of what lies ahead. However, a pattern from the past does not dictate what will happen in the future. The recurrence of unpleasant interpersonal situations is a sign of something other than what you may believe. Healing hasn't occurred yet. Additionally, some wounds seem to attract particular types of experiences while they remain untreated. Unconsciously, the unhealed parts of you make certain decisions, not because you are cursed, as well as the goal you are pursuing. All of that is made possible by the full life, wholeness, genuine and enduring human connections, and the deep-rootedness in my love. It's real. At the conclusion of the route you are now on, it is waiting for you. Dear soul, keep moving forward. Continue to walk. Amen. If this message resonated with you, forward it to someone who needs to hear it right now. To obtain this blessing, type Amen in the comments. Additionally, remember that you are not alone if you have been struggling with loneliness or relationship issues. Many of the listeners are currently traveling the same path. To ensure you never miss a message, subscribe to this channel and enable alerts. Every day, these words are available to you. Additionally, God has something to say to you every day that is specifically tailored to your current situation. Return tomorrow. Whenever the road seems lengthy, return. This area is always present. He is too.